As dusk settles across the eastern mountains, witnesses report a strange, shimmering darkness rolling across the horizon. At first, it seems like an atmospheric illusion, but as the shadow thickens, fear spreads through the villages below. Ancient folklore speaks of an omen that appears only when the world stands on the edge of awakening something long buried. Tonight, that omen has returned. In a secluded monastery, an aging scholar unearths a forbidden chronicle sealed for centuries. Its brittle pages recount the rise and fall of a ruler banished from mortal memory, the Night Emperor. The text warns that cosmic cycles align once again, threatening to weaken the seal that once held him captive. With each passage translated, the dangers surrounding this prophecy grow clearer and more disturbing. A group of modern explorers, driven by curiosity and ambition, uncovers fragments of ancient obsidian tablets in a forgotten excavation site. The runes etched into their surfaces defy linguistic classification, predating every known culture. Yet patterns begin to emerge. References to a realm beyond the boundaries of time. As excitement rises among the researchers, so too does an unshakable sense of dread. By comparing ancient star charts with present-day geography, researchers discover a precise alignment leading to a valley long shrouded in superstition. This correlation suggests intentional design rather than coincidence. As data accumulates, speculation grows that the structure once hidden there may not be a myth at all. Each new discovery pushes the team further toward a truth humanity may not be prepared to face. When the expedition reaches the valley, they encounter a colossal obsidian gate rising impossibly from the earth. Its surface absorbs moonlight, radiating a cold stillness. Touching the stone triggers vibrations deep within the ground, as though something beneath responds to their presence. What was once thought legend now looms before them, commanding awe and fear in equal measure. Historians recount the rise of the Night Emperor, a figure whose influence once spanned kingdoms and realms unseen by mortal eyes. His reign, feared yet admired, thrived on an obsession with transcending the limits of life itself. But such ambition came with devastating consequences. As his appetite for power grew, so did the conflict between worlds. Ultimately, this hunger brought his empire to the brink of collapse. Legends tell of the Emperor's crown, forged from celestial metal capable of binding energy from distant realms. When his tyranny reached its peak, the crown was shattered into fragments to limit his power. Each shard was hidden across different continents, entrusted to secretive guardians. These pieces became symbols of hope, and warnings of what might return if they were ever reunited. Ancient texts describe forbidden rituals performed by hooded priests loyal to the Emperor. These rites were meant to preserve remnants of his essence, anchoring him to the mortal plane even after his fall. Over generations, the details of these rituals faded, erased intentionally to protect future civilizations. Yet traces remain, offering unsettling clues about how the Emperor's influence might rise again. Archaeologists uncover skeletal remains unlike any documented species. Elongated limbs, twisted ribcages, and bone densities far beyond human limits. Some argue these were elite soldiers empowered by dark science or supernatural forces. Others fear they are evidence of a hybrid army bred for war. Whatever their origin, these warped bodies suggest the Emperor's reach extended deeper than anyone imagined. Among the artifacts found is an obsidian shard described in legends as the Key of Realms. Its geometric structure defies modern analysis, appearing to absorb light rather than reflect it. Researchers speculate it could unlock interdimensional thresholds, perhaps even the gate itself. The discovery heightens urgency. If the shard is genuine, the Emperor's return may no longer be theoretical. During a night expedition, cameras capture shadows moving against natural light patterns. Some shift independently while others appear to mimic human motion without solid form. Analysts confirm no technical malfunction. Theories emerge suggesting temporal distortion or entities attempting to manifest physically. Whatever the explanation, the behavior of these shadows indicates the gate's influence is intensifying. Astrophysicists studying celestial cycles uncover a rare convergence approaching. A lunar eclipse aligned exactly with an ancient constellation referenced in forbidden texts. Records imply the gate once opened during the same cosmic event. As calculations confirm the timing, scientists realize that history may be repeating itself. The countdown begins, and uncertainty spreads throughout the research teams. A towering monolith near the gate begins emitting faint vibrations detectable only through specialized instruments. The frequency increases as night deepens, behaving almost like a heartbeat. This rhythmic pulse suggests the monolith may function as a conduit, channeling energy between dimensions. Its awakening raises fears that the gate is preparing for activation. Audio engineers analyze strange ultrasonic frequencies reported in the valley. Hidden within the sound waves are patterns resembling speech. When slowed down, the echoes form chilling whispers, unintelligible yet undeniably sentient. Some researchers believe they are hearing the Emperor's consciousness reaching through the thinning veil, signaling that his presence is far from dormant. During routine measurements, disaster strikes. A member of the expedition approaches the monolith and disappears within seconds, swallowed by a burst of swirling darkness. Search efforts reveal no trace, as though he was erased from existence. Fear ripples through the team and operations halt. This incident marks a turning point. The gate is no longer a passive relic, but an active threat. A historian uncovers hidden pages within the Forbidden Chronicle, describing the Emperor not as myth, but as an interdimensional conqueror dethroned by celestial guardians. His empire spanned overlapping realities, blending physics and mysticism. These revelations challenge modern understanding, suggesting that humanity has vastly underestimated the Emperor's true nature and the scale of the danger he poses. Interpretation of ancient records reveals a cosmic war fought across dimensions, where light and darkness collided in battles invisible to ordinary eyes. The Emperor sought dominion over both realms, believing control of the gate would merge them into one eternal kingdom. His defeat required unimaginable sacrifice, and even then his essence survived. Waiting for a chance to rise again, the Chronicles describe an order known as the Guardians of the Seal, chosen to monitor cosmic thresholds and ensure the gate remained dormant. Their rituals, symbols, and protective mechanisms were passed down through secret generations. Now, with the gate stirring, the Guardians' warnings take on renewed urgency. Their knowledge may be humanity's last defense. A fragment of the Emperor's shattered crown appears in a private collector's vault. The shard emits faint blue radiance, reacting strangely to human proximity. Scientists verify its authenticity, raising concerns about how many pieces remain hidden and who might possess them. Its awakening suggests the gate is drawing energy from every remaining fragment. The gate begins emitting a thin ribbon of darkness, barely visible yet undeniably real. Instrument readings detect gravitational shifts around the rift, confirming it is no optical illusion. As the tear expands, researchers realize it is not merely opening, it is reaching outward. The barrier between realms grows weaker by the hour. Weeks after his mysterious disappearance, the missing explorer returns. Disoriented, altered, and no longer entirely human. His eyes glow faintly under moonlight, and his pulse carries an abnormal rhythm. He mutters fragmented phrases about the throne beyond night, leaving investigators uncertain whether he escaped imprisonment or was intentionally released. Medical examinations reveal changes at the cellular level. Mutated tissues, new neural pathways, and energetic signatures never seen in human physiology. Scientists debate whether the explorer has become a vessel, a warning, or a weapon. Each discovery deepens the mystery, forcing the team to consider the possibility that the Emperor may be using him as a bridge. Linguistic experts analyze the explorer's irregular speech patterns. Some words match ancient dialects tied to the Emperor's empire. Others resemble unknown languages, possibly from alternate realms. As fragments are translated, a chilling message emerges. The Emperor is watching, waiting, and preparing for his return. The explorer becomes both a key and a threat. Through the explorer's voice, a powerful ultimatum is delivered. The Emperor demands reunification of the crown shards and the opening of the gate. Failure to comply, he warns, will trigger the unraveling of reality itself. His message suggests intelligence, intent, and growing strength. Humanity now faces a crossroads between negotiation, resistance, or annihilation. As the crown shard nears the gate, it ignites with blinding energy, resonating with the dark tier. The vortex widens, pulsing like a living organism. Scientists observe space bending unnaturally, hinting that the shard is no longer a seal, but a conduit feeding power into the gate. The awakening accelerates faster than anyone anticipated. Authorities take control of the valley, establishing a high-security quarantine. Military convoys block all entry while drones monitor the unstable environment. Yet even advanced technology struggles to capture the gate's full behavior. Behind closed doors, officials debate the implications of an interdimensional threat. The world remains unaware of the crisis unfolding in the shadows. A specialized task force forms, uniting experts across physics, linguistics, archaeology, and military strategy. Their mission: understand the gate's structure and determine whether it can be stabilized, controlled, or neutralized. Tension rises as conflicting theories emerge. Every hour spent studying the phenomenon brings new data and greater uncertainty. Deep ethical disagreements divide the scientific community. Some argue the gate offers unprecedented knowledge and should be studied. Others warn it must be sealed forever, regardless of the cost. The debate escalates when the Emperor's influence grows stronger. The question becomes not only what humanity can learn, but what it might unleash. Inside the widening vortex, shadowy humanoid figures begin to take shape. Their movements are slow, deliberate, and unnervingly synchronized. Observers cannot determine whether these entities are soldiers, servants, or manifestations of the Emperor's will. Whatever their purpose, their presence confirms a disturbing truth. The gate is becoming a doorway, not a boundary. A sudden pulse of dark energy erupts from the gate, knocking drones from the sky and freezing time-sensitive instruments for several seconds. Specialists confirm a localized temporal disruption. If the gate continues to grow, such distortions could propagate globally. Humanity stands on the precipice of a reality-altering event beyond anyone's control. The historian deciphers a long-lost prophecy foretelling the Emperor's return. It warns that when the gate opens, the sun itself will dim and shadows will claim dominion over the world. This revelation shifts global perception of the crisis. It is no longer a scientific anomaly. It is the fulfillment of an ancient cosmic warning. A spectral guardian materializes near the gate, radiating light that contrasts sharply with the surrounding darkness. The entity communicates through thought and emotion, urging humanity to resist the Emperor's awakening. It reveals that multiple gates exist worldwide, each a potential breach. Without intervention, all realms may soon collide. For a brief moment, the vortex stabilizes, revealing the Emperor's realm, a swirling nebula of black storms surrounding a colossal throne. The dimension appears alive, shifting with every breath of the Emperor. This glimpse confirms what scholars feared. The Emperor never died. He simply waited, gathering strength across the void. The crown shard begins to deteriorate, releasing streams of raw energy into the gate. What was once a binding artifact now becomes the very force accelerating the Emperor's revival. Researchers realize they misinterpreted its purpose. It was never meant to seal the gate indefinitely, only to delay the inevitable. Time is running out. Desperate for a solution, scientists study Guardian inscriptions and craft a counter-frequency designed to destabilize the gate. The method is untested, risky, and potentially catastrophic. Yet it may be the only chance to prevent the Emperor's emergence. As equipment is assembled, the world holds its breath. The lunar eclipse begins. A blood-red shadow spreads across the moon, igniting the gate with cold blue flame. Energy surges through the valley, twisting the air like liquid. All instruments spike beyond measurable limits. It is the moment foretold by prophecy. The Emperor's path to the mortal world is opening. From within the vortex, a towering silhouette emerges. The Night Emperor himself. Cloaked in shifting darkness, crowned in spectral fire, he radiates ancient authority. His presence distorts reality, bending space around him. Though not yet fully materialized, his power is undeniable. Humanity faces the return of a ruler once feared across dimensions. The counter-frequency device activates, releasing waves of resonant energy that clash violently with the gate's pulse. Space trembles as competing forces collide. The vortex convulses, flickering between expansion and collapse. For the first time, the Emperor appears unsettled. This battle of frequencies may determine the fate of both realms. The valley begins to crumble. Cracks split the earth as gravitational anomalies tear apart the landscape. Ancient stones lift into the air before shattering into dust. The gate's destabilization threatens to consume everything nearby. Researchers and soldiers alike scramble for safety as the world shakes beneath their feet. The Emperor unleashes a deafening roar, a sound that reverberates through both physical and metaphysical space. His form fractures, dissolving into swirling ribbons of shadow. The counter-frequency overwhelms him, forcing his essence back through the collapsing vortex. His defeat is not absolute, but his emergence is halted. For now. A final burst of light erupts as the gate seals itself. The obsidian arch cracks and melts like molten glass, leaving only scorched earth behind. Silence fills the valley, broken only by the faint hum of dissipating energy. Though the threat appears gone, the scars left behind suggest a deeper truth. The gate acted of its own will. The world slowly returns to normal as the eclipse ends. Yet a residual darkness lingers across the sky like smoke from a distant fire. Scientists examine environmental shifts that cannot be explained by natural forces. The event has changed something fundamental, leaving humanity uncertain about what may come next. News of the anomaly spreads across the globe, though government agencies deny any involvement. Independent researchers piece together incomplete data. struggling to understand the phenomenon. The public demands answers, unaware of how close reality came to unraveling. Behind diplomatic statements and classified files lies a truth too vast to reveal. The historian reflects on the events, concluding that the Emperor's power was only partially destroyed. Fragments remain hidden across the world, each capable of reigniting the cycle. His final notes warn future generations. Seals break, gates awaken, and forgotten rulers remember their thrones. The threat has merely shifted, never vanished. Far from the sealed valley, a distant monolith stirs beneath moonlight. Its surface hums with the same frequency that once awakened the gate. As shadows gather around its base, a chilling realization emerges. The Night Emperor's influence has already begun to spread. The story ends, but the saga has only just begun.